Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. Here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go from Nissan Stadium. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, let's go.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
Like this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Out of a shotgun. It's Dart. He's done his man, complete to Johnson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That pass play good for 22. That's good for a Giants first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, New York.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Cox, 19 Cox.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He's got his man, Wandale Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Let's go. 19 right, 70 Lion.
To the air again goes Dart. He's got it inside the 5. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New York. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it. The Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
Ready.
Play action. Ward. Out to his right. Pass complete. He's got Calvin Ridley. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play to kick off this drive. An even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On the ground, this is Khalil Murray. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Giants' 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Ward. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for our Titans. First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
19 Lions. Riggs. 18 Pioneer. Dragon 60.
Now, first down throw for Ward. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. He gets 3. Malik Neighbors. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 86 yards. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown, Giants.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively, because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
The kick is good. Makes the score Giants 14. Titans nothing. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Play fake. Now Ward to throw. That's into the hands of Tyjae Spears. And he's going to be brought down past the 45.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Titans first down.
19. Cut. 60
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Ward. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's another quick first down. That's a 25-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18. Trap 60. Trap 60. Warrior 70.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
18-yard line.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Get it? 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
again, it's Ward. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
So second down, and they'll run it. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Here's a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
18, Pioneer, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
From the gun, here's Ward. That's complete to DK. They will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
That is hot. What a job to keep the play alive. Ellis Eilmatter. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
6-yard pickup.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. And he's going to be out of bounds. Just beyond midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Giants first down.
They'll run with Tracy. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1. It's the Giants leading this one early. We're back in Music City after this. Giants football here to begin the second quarter. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Dart. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, here is Dark. Under pressure, and down he throws. They got him. Jeffrey Simmons. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to fourth down. Oh, not a good punt there. This is a duck. This one heads directly out of bounds. The market just on the other side of midfield.
On the jump. 60, back, trap 60, trap 60. Riggs, Buffalo 18, Cup 19, Cup 19. Steady.
On first and 10, Ward. That's made right side by Eilman. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, Mustang 19, 60 Eagle, 60.
Here's Ward. He found his receiver. That's DK. And he will go all the way. Jim DK. Touchdown Titans. Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on first and 10. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On first down, Dart. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Dart going to throw here on second down. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. Tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Higgins sent in motion. Dart going to throw it again. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he will get into the end zone. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Good to know. After the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. On play action, it's Ward. That one complete. It's Mully. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Let's go now. Go.
Off the bootleg, it's no chance at all. He'll go down. Darius Alexander getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Deputy! Deputy Lions!
Out of the gun, Ward. Pass caught left side by Likely. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the right zone. It's a big one for Tennessee. 33 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
60 by 19 Lions. Mustang 19. Warrior 70. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Throwing is Ward. There's a throw right side. It'll be incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
To throw on 2nd down is Ward. Picked off by Dane Belton. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 6.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
Look, in Carolina, Mike, we had star linebackers named Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis. The thing was, we relied on them in pass coverage every bit as much as we relied on our defensive backs. And it's clear to me this defense relies on him the exact same way. A corner or safety, I'm not sure if they could have even made a better play than he did there.
Now it's Ward. For the tight end, Likely.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is short gain.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. They'll go once more from the 3. 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Tight. 19 tight. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready, right?
Shotgun snap for Wolf. That one taken in. Allen Lazard. Touchdown, Tennessee. Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And the Titans will even this score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. We'll swing this out wide to Tracy.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
2nd and 11. Here's Dart. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down. Out of a gun, here comes Dart. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing again, Dart. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold them on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it's really more of a ladder here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To the air once more is Dart. They'll try to set up the screen here. This one getting sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield. To the air again goes Dart. A dive and a catch. Incredible. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Neighbors in motion. They'll go, and here's Dart. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
On first down, Ward. He's going to air this one out. That's caught! And he's down inside the 40-yard line. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Seven Pirates, Warriors, 70. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
From the gun, here's Ward. He's going to try it here again. That is brought in. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Panther left, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
On first and 10, Ward. This one caught by Lazar. From the 41, here's second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Mustang 19 type, 19, trap 60, trap 60. Buffalo 18, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Here's Ward. He's going to take a shot down the field. He's got it. And he will score. Alex Kyle-Matter. Touchdown Titans. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
And they're on 35-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on first and 10. And that ball incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
to about the 38-yard line. The terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. 3rd and 7. Out of a shotgun. It's Dart. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he will go all the way. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, Giants.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Gano on to add the extra point. It's up and through. The Giants have come back to level things. It's 28 all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Now the former Tulane star is Tyjae Spears. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. From the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
60 Mavericks, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Out of the gun, Ward. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And this will be incomplete. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 3rd down and 9.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 7, Street, Street, Mustang 19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
Throwing, Ward. Coming up, and that's the tight end likely. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Warriors 70. Cup 19, Cup 19, trap 60, trap 60.
To throw is Ward. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he's got another one. Alex Biomander. Touchdown Titans. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
L'Jarius Sneed on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing, Dart. flying in. What a catch by Neighbors. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Higgins sent in motion. On first down, Dart. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. That one good for 26 yards.
We spend so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. On 3rd down, here is Dart. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it, and it's done. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. That's a 2-touchdown game for numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants will tie things up all even at 35. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. DJ Turner now to bring it back. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game. He takes a big shot there on that return.
Ready.
Off play action, it's Ward. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Phillips. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal. Tracy is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is Turner. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
Their own 33-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, right?
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
18.
2nd and 10.
Ready. Liking 18.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. Short, complete to Likely. And he's out of bounds, close to the 45-yard line. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Titan first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions.
Throwing is Ward. He'll check this down to the running back. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain there of 21. First down for Tennessee.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Mustang 19. 60 Mavericks. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Ready.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Dragon 60. 18 Pioneer. Set. Hurt. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Cup 19. Cup 19. Hut, hut.
Ward to throw again. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
First down.
Tag.
1st and goal at the 5-yard
Hawk
line.
70. Hawk 70. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, right?
Again, it's Ward. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up second and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Riggs, Riggs.
Spears will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? You're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball.
Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Now return coming from the 7. Half midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
I mean, you talk about a potentially game-changing play. I mean, that's a big one right there. They've just lost the lead. It's a tie game late. And he takes the kickoff and nearly springs it to distance.
Look up the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Looking to throw. It's Dart. That is brought in at the 10. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up first and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
At the 6-yard line.
A carry here for Tracy. And he's into the end zone yet again. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 28-yard line.
trap 60. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Rattler, 18 7 Pirates. 60 Maverick, 60 18 Pioneer.
On first down, it's Ward. Gets that one to the veteran Lazar. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Titan first down. From the gun, here's Ward. Forced to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
19 Lions. 70 Rangers. Step, check, smash. Check, smash. Goes, hurt. Hey, smash. Chap, check, chap, check. Cup 19. Cup 19.
To throw on second down is Ward. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Here we go. 70 Lions. 70 Timberwolves. Warriors 70. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bob, 18 Pioneer, Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. A ball deep for the end zone. That one. Alec Biomatter. Touchdown Titans. He has come alive after the break. His third touchdown of the second half. So that one, his fourth touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single-game NFL record. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
2.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Now, on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
The Giants sending out their punter. Important punt here in this tie game late. That's fielded at the 7. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here is 1st and 10.
Rig alert! Rig alert! 70 Timberwolves! Rig! Hey, smash! Hot go! Street! Street!
Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive.
Ready, ready!
Awful time to get a penalty. Now 1st and 15.
Red! Go!
Now it's Ward. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's out of bounds up close to the 30-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down for Tennessee.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Cowboy 80! 1918! Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line.
Okay, break!
Here's 1st down.
19 Tiger! 19 Tiger! Big hurt! Ready!
Spear. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. At the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. A lot riding on this play. High game, final minute, 3rd down.
19 Tiger! 19 Tiger! Check, 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 check! 18 Rattler! 18 Rattler!
the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Titans will go up by 7.
56. Giants 29.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. Good job in coverage. They're going to get them down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dark. Throw left side, that's Johnson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. His 11th grab of the game. And a first down.
First down.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. On 1st and 10, here is Dark. This one is caught by Robinson. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Bounds at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of shotgun. It's Dark. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
First down, Giants.
Okay, ready?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing again, Dark. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And it's a touchdown. And they have gotten to within 1. And a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but me, my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for a gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late 4th as the kickoff comes. The return starts from the 5. Whoa! And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Okay,
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 sight, 19, Panther 11, Panther 11, Cowboy 80.
To throw is Ward. He'll find his receiver, and that's DK. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
First and 10 at the
They'll come up for
34-yard line.
1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. Rig alert, 18, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Shotgun snap for Ward. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Got it. Ready?
They'll come up now for second down. He'll run. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. So, overtime coming up. Quick reminder of the rules. Each team guaranteed 1 possession. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts. All the replays come from upstairs. If this first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. On the return, it's Robinson. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Looking to run. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Now a first throw here in overtime. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And he's gonna get this one out to the 43-yard line. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Higgins sent in motion. To throw, it's Dart on first and 10. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's to the tight end, Elijah Higgins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They get 24 on that one. First down, Giants.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now give on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
Let's go now.
To the air on second down. Dart. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
It's a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. Here's Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. To the goal line and in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go, set, ready.
And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. From the 43, here's second down and 2.
19 tight.
Here's Ward. Open right side is likely. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Hey, Crash. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
Ward gonna throw on 3rd and 1. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. Buffalo 18, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Rig alert, rig alert. Trap 60, trap 60.
They snap it to Ward. Now he'll air one out. That is incomplete. Now they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. So a road win here for the Giants. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory.
You wanted something to say,